Welcome to the Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
That's all the words I know.
Me too. What's up, Crown community? Welcome to another episode, man. I am very excited because we just watched a very great, awesome movie. I am your host, Efren, and I'm here with my co-host.
What's up?
Aubrey Freeland.
Aubrey Freeland.
For all those that haven't watched the movie, just let you know, spoilers alert. If you guys haven't watched the movie,
This is a spoiler.
we would not recommend you continue
watch
this
video.
until you watch the movie. Just because we're going to be talking a lot about the film
This is a
itself.
spoiler review.
So this is a spoilers review. If you have not watched the movie, be warned.
Yeah, put this on your to watch list later on. Of course, put this video to watch list. Watch that, and then you can come back to
But
it.
also, you can like it before you watch it.
You can also subscribe before you even watch it.
Exactly. Anyways, we want to go ahead and say, you know, it was a great movie. That was pretty much directed by Malcolm D. Lee. Man, there was just so much. The CGI, like the whole anime. I mean, the whole
anime.
Warner Brothers, the anime, like everything that's all put together, man. Like, dude, like having to watch the Gremlins, they popped out.
Oh yeah, the Gremlins popped out
They
like
were
right
so
the last
dope,
second.
dude.
Yeah,
I
that,
was like, oh my god.
like that one scene where all the characters like come like
together.
from different worlds coming together. Like they didn't show that part in the trailer, but the Gremlins just popped out like last minute. I was like, oh shit, Gremlins!
Dude,
So,
everyone was there. The Joker.
yeah, there's a lot of
Man,
DC
so many
characters.
DC characters, so many Warner Brother characters. It was just crazy. Flintstones. Like, who else?
There's a lot, dude. I mean, I saw Space Ghost. I mean, of course, you see a lot of Batman characters, Catwoman.
Iron Giant.
There's just a lot of little Easter eggs. There's no way you can catch everything in one sitting.
Yeah.
Because you really have to pay attention, but at the same time, like that's the background. Like all the Easter eggs are the background, and of course the foreground is like the game. It's LeBron and the Goon Squad and the Looney Tunes playing against each other. So it's hard to really focus on the background when you got like there's so much going on as far as like how the story went.
Yeah, but before we actually dig into all of this, first I want to ask, if you haven't had a chance, if you guys can do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. If you guys are gonna if you're enjoying this video already, you can hit that like button as well. Also, we did turn on our super
chat. Yeah. So super chat.
No, and the stickers.
The super stickers. Yeah. I don't know too much about
the super stickers.
But I know about the super chat though.
The super chat, we're going to be doing the super chat, but also if you guys haven't had a chance, we are just started our super stickers, so you guys can purchase stickers and pretty much
stupid stickers.
stupid stickers.
Our stupid stickers because it's not smart.
Give us the stupid sticker. Give us a question. We'll answer it.
Yeah. I can take over this. Basically on the super chat, you can go ahead and you can tip. I think it starts from like $1 and up. Really depends on you. If you have a message, a question, or any recommendations, like I know we're still putting votes in for the chain reaction, for the next chain reaction, since we've already finished the this season chain reaction. Also, Efren's gonna be he's gonna be doing a Big Brother reaction on the Marshall, so look out for that. For the super chat, basically you can post your comments, or you can post a question regarding Efren, me, or the channel, or anything at all, any question at all. Of course, it's tip, but it's an optional thing. But that way we can kind of get to know each other. And of course, we're gonna mention you on our next video. Once you put your super chat in. Yeah. So that's it for the super chat.
Back to the show. Back to the show. Man, what I gotta say, man.
A little plug in right there.
This movie is amazing. 2-hour movie, 2 hours of great time that well worth the watch. Just because there's a lot of messages within the actual movie itself.
Okay.
That it shows, like the fact that LeBron James, he was so tough on his son because he was raised a certain way, but his son is not raised that kind of way. So
reminds me of my parents and my family. You gotta only do this.
First generation.
You can't be a singer. Don't be an actor. I will disown you if you become a singer, a comedian, or an actor.
You gotta become a nurse.
Yeah. That's a Joe Coy thing, right? They're like, you gotta be a nurse. That's it. Nurse or military. That is it.
Filipino moms predetermine what their kids are supposed to be when they grow up. And you know I'm not making this shit up.
Oh man, but yeah, the first generation, see, they had it pretty tough, you know. Like everybody was raised a certain way.
Yeah.
Now with everybody, with the new generation, like a lot of people are given a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
so
different.
so his mindset was more on that wanting to do something different other than basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
So pretty much, as you know, LeBron James raised a certain way. He wants them to have that same mentality, which is kind of like the Mamba
It's old school.
mentality.
It's
you know?
very like old fashioned.
Exactly,
Yeah,
like the Black Mamba mentality, just straight go for the kill, you know. And since that's not the way his son's raised, his son wants to be doing something
he wants
different.
to be. He wants to be a
enjoys.
game developer.
Exactly.
Or computer science, like yeah.
So then, like the fact
That's
that
funny though. I want to cut you off there because like Efren's son, we were watching it with his kids, and his son was like, "Wow, I want to create games," and I was like, "Well, that's cool, bro, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's good. If you want to be a game developer, like man, you make a lot of money making your own games, but that's cool stuff, man." And I hear Efren saying, "Oh man, yeah, you can do whatever you want. I'm down for it. Yeah, I like that." Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
See, so even Efren learned from this film.
yeah, everybody gets a little bit of that emotional part of the movie. But anyways, dude, that movie was amazing. You know, LeBron James, he did his thing. He showed it off everything. I was tripping out when Michael Jordan was gonna come out. It was Michael B. Jordan.
I
That
knew
was
it
so
wasn't
funny.
gonna be Michael
Oh
Jordan.
my god, I thought it was, but I thought it was gonna be an older
way.
version.
No, I knew it wasn't gonna be Michael Jordan because, like, they mentioned him right away, and they're like, "Oh, Michael Jordan, I saw him. He's coming." See, if they said something like, "Oh, there's this other baller that we knew from the past that's gonna come and say something and motivate us," then yeah, I would think, okay, Michael Jordan's gonna do a little
Maybe a
cameo.
little thing.
But man, Michael B. Jordan comes
Michael-
out this freaking Wakanda Forever,
Oh,
Killmonger.
That was just hilarious, dude. I was just like,
Yeah.
damn. And it's funny because that really happened in
That
real
really
life.
happened to him.
That's what's funny.
There was a story. Michael B. Jordan went into this club, and it was like a bar or club. Michael B. Jordan, right? So he goes in the front, and the security guards or the bouncer goes up to like the person in charge of the club. It's like, "Hey, M. Jordan's here." And it's like, "Oh shoot, MJ's here. Oh, let him in." So when they let Michael B. Jordan in, it's like, "That's not Michael Jordan. That's Michael B. Jordan." So he kicked him out. I don't know if he kicked him out, but he was embarrassed about that.
Oh man.
But Michael B. Jordan wasn't even big yet. He didn't even do Black Panther yet. So, but now he's big. So I'm sure it's a different story now.
Yeah. That's it, yeah.
But that was pretty funny.
Yeah, so, but
You gotta
anyways.
change your name.
Dude, that was just hilarious when I saw, like, dude, don't say they're gonna bring it back. That'd be so
Nah,
dope.
yeah, I knew it was too big.
Yeah,
I mean,
but they
he's
could,
too
you
big.
know.
I mean, they could have, but I don't know why they did it though. That's crazy.
That would be cool, you know, pass on the legacy for, you know, for the first generation.
Do a little pep talk with the Toon Squad, like, "Oh, it's MJ, he's back." Yeah.
By the way that they made the animation, it was just so intense, so crispy, so clean. You know, the sound was on point. Everything was insane. Like the way that they were going into the Matrix, into different worlds. That was so awesome. Dude.
Yeah.
You know, that's insane.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of like the DC, the Marvel, when they go from one universe to
Yeah.
another. So it kind of all ties down, you know, like different universes or different ways of
Well,
how you
it's
put it.
it's different worlds, but it's like inside the mainframe. So supposedly this is how it looks like in HBO Max. Like if you were to actually transport yourself into
the Matrix.
into the matrix of HBO Max, like this is how the world would look like. So it's pretty
With a
trippy.
bunch of worlds.
Yeah, different worlds you can land on. So
It was funny how they landed onto the DC world and then
Yeah.
they were trying to like cause a scene just so they can was it Daffy Duck? He was trying to be
He's
Super
Superman.
Duck.
Super Duck,
And then he ended up having to cause something to try to save it so he could make himself look like the hero.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then he ended up having to cause it a lot worse.
Yeah.
And the real Superman popped up. That was like dope. Dude.
He did something like someone would do in The Boys or something. Yeah, you know, try to make yourself look like a hero and stuff. by
Yeah.
doing
He's like,
villainous
come on, man,
acts.
this is gonna land me a job.
Yeah.
And at the end, the real Superman came out. The whole Justice League. That was dope.
I like seeing the Justice League. I like seeing Wonder Woman. I mean, Lola Bunny becomes like an Amazonian
Oh,
woman.
that's what I was trying to also look. It's crazy because like what I was telling him earlier was like, yo, why is it that Wonder Woman's not with the Justice League? She had her own world, and the DC, they all of them were there.
Oh, that's what you're
Aquaman,
trying to
Flash,
say.
You know,
Oh yeah. The
Superman,
DC
they were all
worlds like
there.
together. Wait, did they find Lola Bunny in the DC world?
No, they went to a different world, which was the Amazonian world.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that was I was just like, whoa, isn't she at least?
Oh, so that's what you're trying to say. I
Yeah.
thought you meant like something else. Okay. Okay. Oh, now I get it. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shoot.
It was
Yeah, we see different worlds. I mean, we passed by like the Wizard of Oz. We see the black and white with the tornado and everything spinning.
Yeah.
Passed by, of course, the Matrix.
The Matrix was cool too.
I don't know if we saw Skull Island, King Kong's world. I'm not sure we did. But I'm sure we saw King Kong. So I'm sure he came
the
from
other
Skull
worlds
Island.
were like Batman,
Yeah,
Superman's world. The other had.
and then you have like a Krypton. You have Metropolis on the other side, so you have the light and dark. It's really cool. Like it really has that Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet feel to it.
Yeah,
and speaking of Wreck-It Ralph, one of the actress does make a little cameo. Yeah, Sarah Silverman. Yeah. She voices the little girl in Wreck-It Ralph, so that's pretty funny.
Yeah, she was the Warner Brothers executive, so she was whatever he wants, he gets.
And there's a lot of Easter eggs. Like again, we were watching the movie with Efren, and during the meeting with the Warner Brothers executives, like I hear Efren's daughter say, "Oh look, Animaniacs!"
Oh
and we're
yeah,
like,
you can see one
Animaniacs where?
Dot. You can see Dot.
And
there's a statue of Dot. That was
there was
so
like
dope.
a golden or whatever, not a golden statue, but like a copper, whatever,
something.
like statue of Dot, like right behind Steve Ewan, who is also the voice of Invincible.
Yeah, dude, that was so cool.
Yeah, you see Dot right there, and yeah, there's like I think you have this type of movie. If you want to catch everything, you have to watch it a few times to really catch all the Easter eggs. But I mean, the movie's not all about the Easter eggs. It's actually fun to see a lot of these things that you grew up watching during your childhood years, because it's nostalgic. But as far as like story, it's good. I mean, the story is what it is. In comparison with the original, different.
Different.
I mean, the
A lot
CGI.
different.
There's like a
How they
different
go
story.
from 2D to 3D.
Yeah, there's a different narrative. There's a different goal. There's a 2D, 3D. I noticed that there was a lot of like 2D in the first 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Before towards the end is when, of course, Don Cheadle's character turns everyone into 3D format. Yeah, which was cool.
That was cool. Also,
I really like that design though. I mean, the graphics are really good.
Yeah,
and it's more like video game. It's like video game format.
The way that they made it. And
the first one. The first one was like Roger Rabbit. Felt like Roger Rabbit, Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. The Roger Rabbit's like feeling of it.
Yeah,
that was cool. But one question that I did have, like, and I kind of mentioned it earlier too, was why is it that all of the tunes separated? That we're all in different worlds.
I didn't catch
How
that.
did they
I don't think we were paying
happen?
attention to the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like, they're going to different worlds.
Bugs Bunny was like,
he was by himself.
He was going crazy. He was like making his own friends, like out of a cactus, out of a chair, recreating his friends, like looking like their friends by dressing up like these furniture around.
He was playing around with LeBron James the same way.
Yeah.
He's like, do this, do that. He's like, okay, cool, and then like he just creates his own animation, his own world. And that's what's cool about them. They just think and do what they imagine, whatever they want, and they create that in the real world. That's sick.
Yeah. But overall, it's a fun film. I mean, it's not gonna win the Academy Award, of course. I mean, but it's the only thing is like with these type of movies, if you're gonna make a franchise or a sequel, the original Space Jam movie with Michael Jordan was in March 11 of 1997.
I was 7 years old at that time.
So that's a long time. I mean, you can't just wait like 10, 11 years to make a sequel. And if you want to build on a franchise, wait another 10 years. No, I mean, you have to be consistent with these films if you really want to build this franchise. So I don't know if they're going to make a third one.
I mean, it was dope because they actually landed in the real world this time.
Yeah.
So that can kind of lead on to something different, like a sequel.
Like a Roger Rabbit feel to it, right? It's like Roger Rabbit where you have cartoons in the real world and stuff like that. So I think maybe they should do something like that because they did land but see, are they gonna still use LeBron James? I mean, he's still young, so or are they gonna end up using like another basketball star hero? Who knows?
Who knows? Or maybe they might separate like the tunes into their own profession, like because you notice at the end they were all doing different things.
Yeah.
You know, like Lola, she became a tennis player, a professional tennis player. She was playing. Then you can see Bugs Bunny was golfing. Yeah, and then you see him with a lot of celebrities too.
Well, Bugs be kicking it with LeBron, so he's living the rock star life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Porky Pigs starts rapping. So
That was hilarious.
So he already has his he's already going mainstream with his rap.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny, man. There's just so much to it.
Yeah. It's a fun film. Again, it's a film for the family. You know, a lot of cartoons and LeBron James. You know, his character playing himself, but he's playing himself. So LeBron James did good.
Yeah, he did good.
He did pretty deep.
That was funny.
I mean, I don't know how many acting roles he's had in the past. I'm sure he's done like some acting here and there, like little short scenes here and there, or cameos. But he did pretty decent. I mean, you know, the Goon Squad, they were awesome.
They were dope. I like the Goon Squad, the way that they made them.
Of course, and they use, of course,
AD.
yeah, and they actually did use the real basketball players. So it's similar. It's or All Stars, but it's similar to what they did with the Monstars with the original one. Oh, by the way, the Monstars did.
The Monstars were there,
The
so
little
that was
cameo.
hilarious.
And they were like, "No, you
We
guys lost again by the Toon Squad.
Yeah, that
We
was
tried to
funny.
beat them too. I know how you feel."
Yeah, it was. But it's crazy how Don Cheadle is it?
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle's character.
He ended up having to.
He's an
like,
AI. He's
use-
called the AIG
Yeah,
rhythm.
he's the AI.
AIG rhythm.
So he ends up having to try to manipulate his son into hating his own father.
Yeah, Dom
Like,
James.
he was
played by
like,
Cedric Joe.
yeah, he was jealous, like in a way, because you know LeBron James was like all over the place, you know, and then I guess he tried to offer him an opportunity to do something for him, and he got
work with him.
rejected. So he's like, you know what?
I didn't know AIs can get jealous like that.
Yeah, I know.
mean,
I thought they had no emotions.
You're an AI, dude. You can do anything.
They probably feel like every emotion in a split second.
That's so crazy. I know.
Dude, and it's just, but yeah, man, it was intense, you know, having to try to use, you know, Dom into having to make him
Manipulate,
manipulate
like trying to
him
be
to-
that father figure. Like, hey, I can be that dad that your dad was never was. Really,
Yeah.
I can be that guy. Like you don't like I don't have to tell you what you want.
Exactly.
Because you can be whatever you want. So that's what like Dom was like looking for. Like, yeah, I was kind of hoping my dad would say the same thing. Like, you know, instead of him pressuring me into doing something I don't want to do. I mean, it's good for him, but maybe it's not good for me. You know, like you do you, dad, but let me do me. You know.
And then Al kind of lost it at the end when he started becoming more like LeBron James, and LeBron James saw like, yo, that's kind of like how I am, well, you know, with my son, like, look how tough I am. So that's why his mindset changed.
Yeah. I was like, you know, he goes, my son was me. That's how I felt. Like, even in the beginning, he had a Game Boy, and I think his dad was like, hey, put that Game Boy away. You know, you gotta start practicing. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a true story. They don't know, but also, you know, we have Sonequa Martin Green. So we have two The Walking Dead actors here. We got Stephen Ewan, and of course Sonequa Martin Green. She did pretty good for her role. I mean, it's not a big role, but like she plays the mother figure.
No?
I think everyone did well. Again, it's what it is. Don't go too crazy on expectations, but it's still fun. Like, this is still something I would watch again.
Yeah, it's just the fact that they're able to mix in all the animation with the real life and put it together.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it's been done before, though.
Yeah,
It's
but
been done
it's
before.
getting better and better.
Yeah, with the digital.
You know, it's become a lot more clean, a lot more, like, it makes it more realistic.
I mean, they went all out with, like, the digital effects on this
Yeah.
one, the lights and everything. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. I would recommend watching with your family. It's a very family friendly.
If you haven't watched it by now and you've gone through through this whole video,
I mean, we
just told you
we kind of spoiled it for you. I mean, we did say a lot of things about the story. You know, again, I recommend watching it. Watch it with your family because it is family friendly.
Yeah.
The kids will love it. If they love cartoons, then they'll definitely love it.
Yeah.
Except his son's like, who's that bunny over there? I'm
Yeah,
like,
who's
oh
that
my
bunny?
gosh, you're making us feel
I
old,
was like,
bro.
wow.
Like,
Dude, speaking of the Bugs Bunny, like, it was crazy how he ended up having to, like, throw his, like, he was willing to go into the glitch to make sure that everybody was safe.
Oh, he sacrificed himself.
He sacrificed himself. That was so cool. Like,
because that was the. Oh, I mean, it also tells you this in the trailer. Like the tunes will get deleted
By Al.
by Al-G Rhythm.
Because he feels like, yeah, you guys are too old, you're outdated.
But they look great 3D though, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and those Toon Squad jerseys.
Oh yeah, they were dope.
I would,
dude, I like them.
If I had one right now, I'd be working that right now. I'd be sporting that jersey. But those are pretty
Dude,
cool.
yeah, it was cool. Like the moves that they did. Wile E. Coyote was one of the sickest.
I like
ones.
Wile E.
He used
Coyote's
that-
like, yeah.
the combo that got him to 1,000 points.
Yeah, he did he had a
The
machine
multi-
to duplicate himself.
Yeah.
Like it's like a cloning machine. A lot of the characters, like every character had its own screen time. Like Tasmanian Devil did a
Yeah,
little,
the
little
granny,
spin.
the granny when
Granny
she
did her
dude,
Matrix.
when her Matrix, how
Her
she got
Matrix.
that role.
She
that
did that
android.
thing too, like that Neo thing.
The Neo thing, yeah.
I don't know. Was it like this?
Come here.
Neo thing, yeah. Come here. Taz did a little spin where he sped the
Changed
chord.
he changed the chord.
Changed the chord
That was
sideways.
dope.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot, man. I'm sure you guys, if you guys saw, I'm sure you
There's
guys
more. There's so many. Like it's hard to catch everything because there's so many things.
Yeah, and then at the same time, I was trying to catch all the Easter eggs, trying to see everybody in the background.
Because you see like the the background actors dressed up, and it just looks like Comic Con cosplay basically. It's like cosplay just came in.
With King
Comic
Kong.
Con just came in.
King Kong,
King
and
Kong,
Iron
Iron
Giant
Giant, just
kicking
chilling,
and chilling,
just doing like
bumping.
a fist bump like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you watch Ready Player. Have you watched Ready Player One?
Yeah, the
You
movie.
did?
It's the Ready Player is when supposedly they're in the video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it.
You
I
watched
watched
it?
it with Josiah.
It's like this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this, where you have all these characters come in, but it has like a Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet, meets Ready Player One, and basketball. So that's what the movie's about.
And it's not just regular basketball. It's like
It's
dude, it reminded me of one
It's
that
a
one
video
video
game.
game.
It's a video game.
The Street is a Street. I forgot what was it.
NBA Jam.
NBA Jam was one of them. But there was
NBA
another
Jam
one,
for
the
Super
Street,
Nintendo.
something like
We
that.
have where all the basketball players have like super.
Yeah.
Something Jam. I forgot.
They had
It was
that,
a
and they
long
also
time
had the
ago.
Street something. I used to play that. Was for PS2.
Oh, I think I know what we're talking about. They had super moves.
Yeah. So this kind of reminded me of that video game Street Volume 2, where they all had their own special moves.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, that was insane because that's kind of what I kind of pictured.
What system did it come out in?
That came out for PS2. That would do it. It was so cool, like the super moves that they would have back then for the PS2. That was intense. That was so freaking baller. Like when you were able to use your characters to make your special combo moves. Dude, it just reminded me of exactly when Dom created those little things to be able to get that extra jump or that extra
points.
points.
Oh, you get style.
The
You get style
moves,
points too.
style
So
points,
even though
the
if you don't make the
multiplayer.
basket, just as long as it's stylish, you get a point.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if they make a video game like that, like this.
You mean a movie?
No, an actual video game, like kind of like that with its own points and it just racks up. You know.
Dude, you've been making video games like that.
No,
for a
but
while.
I'm talking about like an actual Space Jam video game.
Oh, hey,
Basketball Space
they
Jam.
always no. I think they have already because with production and with licensed studios, before they even put the film in, they want to have like games based off of the film already. So they do that a lot with these studios. Just to it's money making. I mean, is it going to be good? We don't know. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's
Maybe
not.
that
but-
might change the games.
Well, who
you know?
knows? Like movie-based games, man. Sometimes they're good, but
this
most of
is
the times
just-
they're not good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That was our review,
That's
man.
our review.
Dude, we talked about majority of the whole film. I mean, there's a lot more to it.
There's a lot more to it.
But we want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah,
we want your
definitely.
comments down below. Let us engage with you. Also,
Oh, what's your ranking? Before we end it, what's your ranking from like 1 out of 5 carrots? Because it's Bugs Bunny.
out of 5 carrots?
What
I
would
would
you-
say a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 carrots. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 3 out of 5 carrots.
You know,
I'm somewhere in the middle.
the parts that kind of I was gonna say that the cons that I didn't really like is just like when they started playing the game. You know how Dom jumps up all the way to the sky like some crazy.
some
Like,
weird
they
stuff
didn't
like
have
that.
to go all
You don't
like
have to
that.
go too crazy.
Yeah.
You talk about like his son Dom.
Yeah,
Like he goes all the way up. Like dude, you don't.
he's like,
He goes all the way up.
Just to come down.
Just to get that ball, just to come back all the way
just a
down.
regular pass it to
It's
to
like You don't gotta do all that, bro.
And yeah,
Like,
it was just something.
we know you got powers, but do you really have to go all the way up into the freaking galaxy, dude? Just to come back down and like end up in the same spot? Like you didn't even do anything crazy. Like sometimes they just overdo it too much.
Yeah, they did overdid some parts, but it was pretty still. It was cool. You know?
But you know, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. It's it's not realistic. So it's Toonland, so it's cartoon, but. I mean, even the first Space Jam wasn't that crazy. You know, we're like, you gotta do too many crazy stuff. Like, even the Monstars, where, like, they're strong, but they're not, like, doing crazy stuff. Like, the Goon Squad have, like, superpowers and stuff.
I mean, I like the spider that was...
The Arachnid,
cool.
something, yeah. But other than that, yeah, those are the cons. Like, a little too much, overachieving.
They overdid it on some parts.
But other than that, it's still entertaining.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why he gives it 3 out of 5 carrots. I give it 3 out of 5 carrots. And it's going to show right there.
There you go. I really enjoyed it, but we're about to wrap this up. So, if you guys haven't had a chance, if you guys really enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Also, subscribe if you haven't had a chance. We really appreciate that. Now that we monetize, we've definitely seen everything. So
Is that it?
please vote what the next chain reaction you would want us to do.
Put a question down too, so we can answer it in the next
Also, write a question. We'll answer it and mention you on the next video. But most importantly, your vote will definitely count towards the next
automatically.
Chain reaction that we're gonna be doing. And you guys saw what Aubrey did with what Aubrey really did with the editing. So imagine from Mandalorian to
whatever,
The Boys,
WandaVision. Yeah.
You know, you guys go ahead and mention that below. We are definitely going to take those counts into consideration because we're pretty much wrapped up Mandalorian. So before we get started on season 2 when it comes out,
I mean, people are still asking for the first season, so we'll see about that. We'll
Possibly.
see. Put your votes in. I'm telling you, subscribe. Put your votes in.
subscribe as well for subscribers as well. Put your votes in. We're definitely, but you have to be a subscriber.
Yeah.
We know.
We'll know.
We also on the link below we have our buy me a cup of coffee. Keep us energized.
Buy me
a cup of coffee.
No, buy me a venti coffee.
A venti.
No, buymeacoffee.com. Yeah, I'll put that in the.
You could go ahead and donate anything from 1 to 5 to 10. Some people do donate pretty high, so
it'll help us out.
Really appreciate that. And those also who buy a cup of coffee,
automatically their votes in too.
Your vote will also be on there. We do have a lot of surprises that are going to be happening pretty soon. That are still in the makings. It just slowed us down a little bit because there was so much things going on. But we're back on. We're ready to rock and roll. We're ready to get this going. So let's keep it going, Crown Fam. So other than that, if you have any last things to say,
I'm good, yo. Shoot.
All right, you guys. Well,
Peace.
It was a pleasure having to do this with you guys. But we gotta be out. We gotta do another one. So peace out, Crown Fam.